From He-Man and the Masters of the Universe Origins, this is the cartoon collection She-Ra. Now, again, I really like She-Ra. I like He-Man. I don't really talk about it much on the channel, mostly because I moved away from these collections. But then, Playmates and Mattel had to work together to make one of the best Hordaks I've ever seen. So now I have a She-Ra to go with my Hordak. And, also, like 20 other toys that I impulse bought because, I have no control of my life. Because I have no control of my life. Just looking at the box, She-Ra looks pretty good. I like how you have Hordak up here, Castle Grayskull in the back. And then, what do we got here? No backstory for She-Ra. This is officially, though, from the episode Treasure of the First Ones. I know that one. Is her name Octavia? I think her name's Octavia. And that's, I can't remember what the pirate's name was. Doesn't matter. Let's just open up She-Ra. So we usually get mini-comics with these. I wanted to pull this out because I like the art style. I've not read the mini-comic, but, like, they kind of captured the Filmation look perfectly. They're a lot more detailed than Filmation. Also, check this out. Who all we got here? That's Hordak, obviously. Then those are some Snake Men. Oh, there's Leech. We're getting a cartoon Leech, which is cool. I have Mantenna. Is that Modulok back there? That looks like a cartoon Modulok. Oh, cool. And then, it ends with She-Ra being cool and Hordak being like, next time, She-Ra. Oh, God. Ow. Ow. Okay, still can't do the pig noise. Yep. Okay. Get She-Ra out of the plastic. Getting She-Ra out of the box, my first thought is she is almost amazing. She has exactly one issue. Maybe two if I'm nitpicking. But the overall toy is great, and way better than that Wave 3 She-Ra I got many years ago when Origins was first starting out. The sculpting and the painting on She-Ra are perfect. She looks exactly as she did in the cartoon. In all honesty, this is one of the best looking toys of She-Ra I've ever seen, and given that it's $10, well, $20, my apologies, it's really impressive. The face I do like. I think that she's somewhat, I don't know, I guess the word I'm looking for is she looks somewhat too much like the cartoon, because in the cartoon, both She-Ra and He-Man looked kind of creepy in some angles. They've captured the design well, it's just, the design has always been very that. And also, I like the Netflix She-Ra, so it's always going to be kind of weird for me to juxtapose my mental image of She-Ra as opposed to what She-Ra was back then. The Sword of Protection looks great, one of the best looking designs of any sword in fiction, in my opinion. You also got the shield. The shield's cool, I like the shield. In terms of articulation, you have the usual Origins affair. You have a ball joint at the head, very solid. The cape is its own piece, so you can move it around. You could even pop the head off and take the cape off, but I don't know why. She-Ra's cool with the cape. She has a universal here in the shoulder. You have a good universal here in the elbow. You have a hinge down here at the wrist. In fact, oh my god, that's an up and down hinge. Most action figures have a hinge that go like this, right? Back and forth. Great for guns. In fact, no, it's not. It's not good for anything. But with this hinge in the wrist like that, that means that She-Ra can point her sword forward. She can hold the sword aloft even. That's such a great detail. That's amazing. I love that. Okay? Swivel at the waist. You have a universal here at the hip. You have a universal at the knee. It does get kind of weird looking, but, articulation. You have a swivel at the boot, and you have a rocker joint down here at the ankle. The ankles are my only problems with She-Ra. You can see that she has the heels, that's accurate to the toy and the cartoon, but they are loose joints and tiny standing bases at the same time, so She-Ra can be hard to balance sometimes. Even with that issue with her ankles, She-Ra should be more than enough to take on any villain you put her around. Be it an evil mutant, an evil warrior, a member of the Horde, or maybe even Canadian wrestlers. I mean, can't you just see it? She's stabbing Ninjor, choking Mosquitor out, lifting Earthquake above her head, making even Rowdy Roddy Piper cower in fear because of how cool she is. Seriously, check that out. Hulk Hogan never lifted a giant like that. Old Hordak better beware, because even though he might have raised Adora, there is no stopping She-Ra. I think that this is a great figure. It matches up so perfectly with this Hordak, and it made me feel a little bit better about getting Roddy Piper, Earthquake, Ninjor, Mosquitor, and all the other ones that I haven't opened yet, because, hey, if there has to be a centerpiece to a collection like this, why not let it be She-Ra? After all, she has the power.